I believe this is going to be the last piece of information that we're going to be getting before the game. I'll be going over some more what I'm going to be doing when it comes to when the game is released at the end of the video. But for now, let's be talking about what was in today's trailer. Of course, in the description below, there's a link to the Japanese trailer and the American one. So, first of all, we're going to go with the only new Pokemon that were revealed, which were Alolan forms, and that was of Alolan Diglett and Alolan Dugtrio. As you can tell now, it looks like there's actual rocks around it, and it has a few strands of hair. Actually, these guys were announced back when the demo version of the game was officially out. Once the demo of the game was officially out, I believe you were able to see them sometimes, so that's something. And so now Diglett is a ground and steel type, and same thing with Dugtrio, with the abilities Sand Veil and Tangling Hair. Tangling Hair is a new ability, of course. Sand Veil just boosts speed in Sandstorm. Diglett in the Alola region live near volcanic areas, so they have very few places to hide themselves away. Their tunneling activity plows the land, creating cultivated soils that's great for agriculture. Because of this, many people in the Alola region are grateful for the presence of Diglett. The hair-like growths sprouting from Diglett's head are metallic whiskers. It's said that they developed these stiff yet flexible whiskers in order to survive in the hostile volcanic environments. The whiskers provide a sensory function, enabling Alola and Diglett to scan the surrounding area without exposing their faces above ground. And so their emotional state can be revealed by their whiskers. If they're up, they're angry, and whatever. Here, let's go to the ability, which I think is really, really interesting, and is probably the best part about these Pokemon, and that is Tangling Hair. So what happens is, with Tangling Hair, an opponent that hits Alolan Diglett with a physical move, so a direct contact move, will have their speed lowered by 1. That is huge. In the American trailer, you saw a Glalie use like Ice Fang on it, and his speed was lowered, so that was interesting. And Alolan Diglett, also Sandveil and Tangling Hair and Ground Steel, and here has full locks of hair, looks amazing and beautiful and everything, so that's something. In the Alola region, Dugtrio is revered as an incarnation of the god of the land, and it's treated with great importance. This is why the people of Alola fall to their knees and bow deeply whenever they come across an Alolan Dugtrio that has poked its face out of its burrow, and that's kind of funny. But Alolan Dugtrio's whiskers shine with a brilliance akin to golden hair. The whiskers are flexible, just like Diglett's, but hard and strong. They continue to go through an Alolan Dugtrio's life, although at a very slow rate. Removing Alolan Dugtrio whiskers from the Alola region is prohibited. It's said that those who take them receive divine punishment. Every year, many tourists come back, apparently to return whiskers they had taken. Uh-oh. There is superstitious belief that many Alolan Dugtrio come out of their holes on a day when a volcano will erupt. Older residents of Alola will flee immediately at the sight. It's thought that Alolan Dugtrio, which live beneath the ground surface, detect movements in the ground that indicate an impending eruption and are so armed that they become above ground. Which is like Absol, who can predict earthquakes and such and other natural disasters. So we just added to the theory that Pokemon can sense natural disasters, and I think that comes to play with a lot of actual animals in the real world being able to sense natural disasters coming. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But that's it for the new Pokemon. Other than that, there's a lot of other information. So something else that was introduced in this video, which was the main point of the trailer today, was the exclusive ZMoves for the starters. In my opinion, of course, Decidueye or Decidueye, or however you want to pronounce it, has the best one, and probably for me, that's just because I'm going to be getting him, and I think that's why it looks so cool. But also, in my opinion, it just is the coolest one. And it's called Sinister Arrow Raid. To add to how cool it looks, it's just called Sinister Arrow Raid. And so Decidueye slices through the air together with a hail of arrow quills, crashing into the target before dealing the final blow with its arrows. And then we have Incineroar, who has malicious moonsault, and he just summons a arena. He just summons like a wrestling arena and then just like destroys them, technically speaking. Spouting flames from its flame belt, its Incineroar leaps high into the sky and dives down upon its target. And lastly, there's also Primarina, yeah, whatever, with Oceanic Operetta, which just summons a huge water ball and just drops it. I mean, in my opinion, that's the least cool one, but Primarina manipulates a huge balloon with its voice, causing it to explode over its target's head to deal great damage. The coolest part about it, in my opinion, is at the end when Primarina just takes a bow. And so here I'm just going to go over quickly the other special Z moves. All the Guardians of Alola get to summon this huge body and then become the head with I don't even know what it's called. Guardian of Alola Z move. That's literally all it's called. Guardian of Alola. That's what it's called. Then we have Pikachu, who has Catastropika. And then Eevee has Extreme Evo Boost, where it summons all of the other evolutions to power up its stats. We've got Snorlax with Pulverizing Pancake. Raichu with Stoked Spark Surfer. I mean, there's probably going to be other specific Z moves that we're going to find out about once the game is released officially, and we'll find some, but those are the main special ones. So that's definitely something. Next up, we've got to talk about the version exclusives. I'm saving the Ultra Beast for last because, yeah. So, as always, as every Pokemon game, there's going to be version exclusives. So it's time to talk about, so far, what we know is a version exclusive. There's probably going to be more information, but what we have so far is these. So in Pokemon Sun, you can get Turtonator, the Fire and Dragon type, I believe the only other than Reshiram. You've got Alolan Vulpix, which is a pure ice type, and Passimian, which I think is fighting, but I don't remember. But in Pokemon Moon, you can get Drampa, the normal and dragon type. You can get Alolan Sandshrew, which is steel and ice, and you can get Oranguru, which I believe is psychic. I don't remember its other type. I don't remember the other types for the monkeys, but I can see that. I don't like the idea of Alolan forms being version exclusives. I think that's kind of stupid just because, I mean, there's such a new concept. Like, I didn't like how in X and Y, the Mega Stones were version exclusive. That was extremely stupid. And it was for the opposite game, too, which was even worse. But I don't think that's a good idea. And, of course, the other version exclusive is Rockruff's Evolution. If you're playing Sun, you're going to get Midday form, and if you're playing Moon, you're going to get Midnight form. At least I think. Or no. Yeah, on which game you're playing. So it's a game-based evolution, which is stupid, even though you can still see the other time. Just, yeah, because Pokemon Moon, if you didn't know, takes place 12 hours at a different time than your DS. So, for example, if you're playing at 4:27 p.m., and that's your DS time, on your game it'll say 4:27 a.m. All right. Next, we're going to talk about this thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It was revealed in Korokoro along with two new Ultra Beasts, which were confirmed in this trailer, of course. And so not really too much is known. Like, no one's really sure if it's an Ultra Beast or what. There's really no talk about it. Even more mystery awaits in Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's what it says, and it's just so the Ultra Beasts, as we've mentioned before, are invading Alola, and there's been some conspiracies around them. Like, no one's really sure what they are. We just know that they're different type, and there's no official names to them. They just have these UB dash and then a number. So far, we've got UB01, which is the first one that we were revealed to, and a lot of people are like, oh, it looks a lot like Lily, Professor Kukui's assistant. And it even says here, it looks like a young girl. Here we've got a really buff one called UB Absorption. Yeah, not really, again, too much is known. And that one's going to be in Pokemon Sun, but in Pokemon Moon, you're going to get to UB02 Beauty, which is supposed to be faster. In my opinion, it looks like one of the people from the Aether Foundation, but that might just be me. And then, like, a lot of people, yeah. And so she's only in Pokemon Moon. And then here we've got UB03 Lightning. And in my opinion, this looks like Lysander, Lysandre, whatever you call them. At the end of Pokemon XY, when you fight Lysander, Lysandre, whatever you want to call him, in the base, and he has those, like, fans or whatever when he has that robotic suit on, This kind of looks like him, like the hands here, they kind of look like it, if you understand. And that one could be like the third fan or whatever. I mean, it kind of looks like it. Here, let's just figure this out. If you look here, he has like three fans or whatever. That kind of looks like, nope, not this. It kind of looks like that, but that might just be me. And then the other one that was announced is UB05. So they didn't show us UB04, which is interesting. UB05 Glutton, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. But UB03 was just, there's no description. Alright. Alright. UB05, this beast has an astounding appetite and it will completely devour anything in front of it. Its eyes, it said that it devours not only objects but the ground, rivers, and even the seas. Despite the abnormal amounts that this beast consumes, it said that it doesn't produce any waste products. It's possible that it's completely converting everything it eats into energy to sustain itself, but its true details remain unknown. So not too much is known about Ultra Beast. I wonder if it's going to be something like an and like post game thing, like after E4 and whatever. Or Elite, well, yeah, there's an Elite Four here now officially, but I wonder if this is going to be like past like after the E4 event. I think that's what it's going to be, and I think that this guy over here is going to be like the leader of all the Ultra Beasts. That's my theory. He's the leader of all the Ultra Beasts, and he's trying to allow them to be in the human world or something like that. I know it's like a Zoroark or even Lycanroc midday form or midnight form. Sorry, I don't know. And lastly, the last thing we have to talk about is the promos, things that you can get in with the game. So if you play the demo version, you can get the Ash Greninja from the game. You just have to transfer it over. It'll be level 36 with Battle Bond, Water Dark type, Water Shuriken, Aerial Ace, Double Team Night Slash, and it'll have this souvenir ribbon. If you you can also get Magirna, however you want to play it. I almost said Magiana, the original name. You can get it at a certain point in the game by scanning a QR code using the QR scanner, which is a thing that they implemented. I don't know. After scanning the QR code, you can get it by going to an antique shop in Aoi City. I'm so gonna mess up on all the city names. I'm gonna say that right now. At level 50 with Soul Heart, it's a Steel Fairy type with the moves Floor Cannon, which is its special move, Flash Cannon, Lucky Chant, Helping Hand. It'll come with a bottle cap and a Cherish Ball with the Wishing Ribbon. And the last thing you can get is if you get the game early, before like mid-January, you can get a Munchlax with Snorlium Z so that it can evolve into Snorlax and use Pulverizing Pancake on people. And so it'll be level 5 with Thick Fat. Its attacks will be Tackle, Metronome, Hold Back, and Happy Hour. And yeah, that's about it. But as I mentioned, I wanted to make a special announcement. So once Sun and Moon comes out, I'm not going to be doing any like gaming videos, or I'm not going to be doing a playthrough on it. But I'm going to give it about a week so that people like can get the game, play it a little bit. And then I'm going to be making some videos discussing the rest of the decks once we officially get it, discussing the game a little bit, so on and so forth, just seeing how the game is and all that. Also, I do Let's Plays on my channel now. I do Nuzlocke. Currently, I have a Fire Red Nuzlocke going on after Thanksgiving break. I'll be starting a ROM hack Nuzlocke to be announced. It's a surprise for now. But so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And so if you haven't checked those out, please do check them out. I'll have a link to the playlist in the description below. But make sure to check out my channel. Thank you guys for watching all my Pokemon Sun and Moon update videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed them a lot. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not. But until then, see you guys all next time. Peace.